Hi, my name's Tim Wilson. I'm the creator of the Objection Crusher training series, and what I do is help people deal with the fears, the anxieties, the frustrations, all the things that they have to deal with when they start working with or building their own network marketing business. Now, the reason they've got to deal with these fears and frustrations and sometimes what they think is rejection is because they start dealing with objections from people. And that's what I help people do. As a matter of fact, I will give you a formula that will crush any objection to the network marketing industry or to your specific business in 60 seconds flat. The words to say are not all that different than many other sales or marketing venues or businesses. However, knowing what to do before you get to the words, knowing what to do before you even talk to the first person, that's the key to your success. That's where we need to begin. And oddly enough, this is a business about building people. However, we don't spend a lot of time talking about how do you build people? How do you get along with people? How do you deal with people? Now, if you think about it, you've dealt with objections your entire life. If you've ever had a 2-year-old, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That 2-year-old is going to object to many, many things. However, he's never really going to reject you. So it's really just understanding some human nature. It's understanding some things about people. And you know, if you really get this and you begin to see this whole idea of building your business from a 10,000 foot level, you'll understand that it's not that different from many of the other objections that you've probably dealt with when you've just dealt with other people along the way. Eventually, what we'll do behind the scenes is really give you that, again, that 10,000 foot level so you know what it looks like and you know how that, or know why you're feeling like you're being rejected, even though you're not. And what we're going to go through and what I'm going to explain to you over the next actually 4 videos in addition to this one, each day for the next 4 days, you're going to receive an additional training, an additional video, and it's going to be free. Before we get into that, though, I do want you to know that this will be a coffee shop conversation. I have no desire to stand here and lecture or to kind of read off a telescript or give you a speech. What I do want to do is just connect with you. I want to give you some information that if I were there with you would have a personal impact in your life. And if my preference would be that I was there with you and we were having a coffee shop conversation and I was hearing your story, you were hearing my story, and I was interjecting all the information that I've learned over the past 8 to 10 years of helping people deal with these specific objections and deal with the rejection that they feel whenever they start building in the network marketing industry or really in any type of sales. So next, what I'd like you to do is print out this document. This is totally free. It's right below this video. Make sure that you print this out, and you should read it 2 or 3 times before we go through this video. Make sure that you know where the blanks are in it. You'll see them as we go through. There's some places that say noteworthy. What I do there is I simply go through and I say, this is something that's noteworthy. You should write this down. Whenever I tell you to do that, write it down. It's some information that you need. My goal is to give you this information in writing. It's so you can see the information, you can hear the information, you can read it, and there's going to be some participation. I'm going to share some things with you that hopefully are going to be a little enlightening. And I know they will be because they always have been. As a matter of fact, the core part of this, the crushing part of the Objection Crusher formula that I'll share with you in this 3rd or 4th video it's been downloaded over 10,000 times, all by itself, just by itself. So next, I want to congratulate you on investing your time. You know, you could be doing anything in the world right now. You could be sleeping, you could be watching TV, you could be doing needlepoint. I don't know what it is that you do or what you like to do, but you could be doing that and you're not. You have chosen to invest time in yourself. You've decided to invest time in your future. You've decided that, hey, I want to be something more tomorrow than I've ever been before. I want to be something more than I've ever thought I could possibly be. So I'm going to invest my time in myself and in learning how to be that person that I want to be tomorrow. If you understand the concept of where the mind goes, the body will follow. And I'm not trying to be too mystical or whimsical or philosophical or anything, but what we've got to do is we've got to adopt a 6- and 7-figure income mentality. You know, there's a lot of myths in this industry, and that's actually where all of this information or all of the misinformation comes from. All of the people that object to a lot of the things about the network marketing industry or as Eric Worre says, about building a network marketing or building in the network marketing profession, what happens is they've got all these myths and misunderstandings. So when they start looking at the business, they don't really get it. It's they can't see the forest for the trees, in other words. What I want to do is give you the view. I want to give you the forest view. That's what we need to gain, and that's the knowledge and the information that we need to gain. So again, congratulations. Always remember this, and if you can, write this down right now because this is noteworthy. Amateurs in any field try. If you think about it, how many times have people in the industry, in network marketing, that you've talked to, or have you heard someone say, well, you know, I'll give it a try. Maybe you've even said that. Maybe you came into the industry originally, or into this profession originally, saying, let me give it a try. And then maybe you got hooked and you thought, man, there's got to be a code. There's got to be something I can get out of this. There's got to be a way that I can build this business successfully. If that's you, then I want you to understand that we're going to go from amateur to professional. My goal is to get you to a pro. The reason why is because if you think about it, an amateur tries, but a pro always trains. So you need to write that down. Amateurs try, pros train. Your goal is to train your way to success. Your goal is to train your way to a 6- and 7-figure income. And you do that by mimicking some of the things that the 6- and 7-figure income earners do. Now, since 2005, I've had an opportunity to work with or see over 3 million customers and distributors come into a single organization. I've also been part of the fastest company in U.S. history, which launched in 2005 to reach $1 billion in sales. Faster than Google, faster than Microsoft, faster than any company in the U.S. We did it in less than 3.5 years. What's so exciting about that and has been so rewarding about that is to see the progress or see all of the people that have grown through that process. So what we'll be doing over the next 4 days is actually going through the Crusher system. I'm going to be walking you through the introductory course and giving you some information and teaching out of each one of the modules. The first module is how to have $1 million mindset. The second module is how to deal with people. And as we go through these modules, you'll actually see them in the Objection Crusher introductory course, and you'll see what we'll be teaching on. So hopefully you've already printed that out. The fourth module is actually the Crusher formula itself, how to crush any objection. And I'll walk you through what I call the 3S strategy, and it's very effective. However, I don't want you to learn that yet. I want us to focus on these 2 modules first, because if I can get you to see the business from a 6- and 7-figure income, that's where the magic will happen. That's the staying power. And the only reason, and this is noteworthy as well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this secret that I discovered. The only reason that I need to help you learn how to crush any objection is not so much so that you can make somebody do the business, make somebody get in, but it's so that no one, and I mean absolutely no one, can make you quit. They can never steal your dream. That's where I want to get you to. If I can get you to that point and you stay in the business, then I know that 95% of success comes from people not quitting. My goal is to see you be successful just through the process of success itself. I'll talk about that in just a moment as far as the key concepts. In the last video, we'll talk about what's called the PTM, Practice Training Module. You're going to have an opportunity to learn what the 6 or 7 objections are. There's only about 6 or 7 global objections. Whenever I work on a global scale, I get the same objections. I don't care what language it's in. I don't care if it's in Thai, if it's in Russian, if it's in English, if it's in, Texan or North Carolinian. I don't care what language it's in, we get the same objections on a global scale. The next part is what we call the Crusher Extra. And I'll go through these modules with you. There's actually a portal that you'll have, and we'll explain that in the fifth video. But first, let me walk you through the key concepts of what the Crusher system is all about. The reason you need to understand concepts, and a concept is simply a unit of knowledge. Where does knowledge come from? Knowledge comes from experience. Knowledge comes from other people's experience. Have your parents ever said something like, man, your experience is the best teacher? Well, that's not necessarily true. Or maybe they've corrected you when you said, experience is the best teacher. Someone has probably corrected you and said, well, actually someone else's experience is the best teacher. That's the whole idea behind a concept. We take someone else's knowledge base and we apply it to a specific circumstance or situation in our lives, and now we've got a concept. So I'm going to walk through the 3 key core concepts of the Crusher system.